Okay, dare I say welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition? Shall I say it? Shall I not say it? I said it. Welcome back. Something weird just happened. We got about 24 seconds of a video and then it crashed on me. Not the game, but the broadcast. So I don't know what just happened. That was very weird. I went to the map, went to went to go to the world map, and it just started tripping out. So anyway, let's go here. We're picking up where we left off. I was starting to say in the last attempted video. We just gave Cole the opportunity to become a little more human. And from there, as I said, we're going to go to this party that the Marquis is holding. And welcome back, Pages, the engineer. I don't know if you saw the last abortion of an attempted video that I just deleted because my YouTube connection crashed or something. I don't know. Don't know what happened there. But anyway, so this is what we're doing next. So I'll read this real quick for anybody who needs to catch up or hasn't already seen what was happening with Josephine. It says Josephine attempted to reinstate her family as a trading power in Orlais, which triggered an assassination contract taken out more than 100 years ago by a family known as the Du Paraquets. Despite the contract's age and the fact that the Du Paraquets are no longer nobility, the contract is still binding. A group of assassins honoring the contract, called the House of Repose, won't rest until Josephine is dead. So what we've had to do in order to prevent Josephine from being assassinated is we had to find people who were still of the bloodline of the Du Paraquets, even though they've been dead, like that family line, as far as anyone knew, that lineage died over 50 years ago. But unfortunately, the contract was still has to be held upheld by this House of Repose, by these assassins, because despite the people who made the contract being gone, they still feel obligated to fulfill it. So we had to find people who were still of that bloodline and then reestablish them as nobles, people that were Du Paraquets, and reestablish them as nobles. And we need them to basically call off this contract. So hopefully that's what we can get done. We have to go to the Marquis' party and try to complete this. So let's go. Who shall we take with us? I think Cassandra would be good to take with us. I'm surprised it still says Blackwall, since we just determined that Blackwall is not Blackwall. He's Tom Rainier. Vivienne would be good to take with us. Do I want to take? You know what? Let's take Sarah. Well, Sarah or Varric. Which one? Let's take Sarah. Even though she's a troublemaker, she would be a good one to take to one of these parties, just to kind of even things out. We got Cassandra and Vivienne, who are both a little uptight, but they also know a little more about, being around nobility and rich people. And it's always good to have Sarah there to kind of keep everybody in their place. Even if she's more prone to be a pain in the ass. But that's fine. Because that's why we like Sarah. Okay, black screen. Let's get on with it. So just leave that other loading screen up. Let's say it over and over and over again. I can't say it enough. Shouldn't be staring at black screens. It didn't matter who I brought. I left everyone behind. So spent time making that decision for nothing.
Thank you for seeing me in private, Minister Belize.
I chastise you for taking me from the party, Inquisitor, but the Marquis throws such dull affairs. It's hardly worth it. I assume you wish to discuss your petition to elevate these Du Paraquets to a minor lordship. Tell me, Why should I allow you to pollute the Orlesian nobility any further than it's already been muddled?
Surely even a minister could do worse than have the Inquisition in her debt.
I am a well-positioned woman. I require something more concrete than vague promises of future gifts. And do not attempt to charm me. I am far too old to tolerate it. What can you possibly provide that will make your petition worth my effort?
Before we get back into that, Pegasus asks, will you be getting the Knight Enchanter specialization in this stream? Will I? Possibly. We got to go to 2 places to complete what I need for the other 2. And I don't think that would take too terribly long. It's basically just picking up a couple of objects. I think I need 3 of one and just 1 more of another, so that shouldn't be too difficult. This particular thing should not take too long. So we'll definitely get well on the way if we don't straight up get the Knight Enchanter specialization. But I think it's very, very likely. So she asks again, what can you possibly provide that will make your petition worth my effort? An unforgettable night. Yeah, she said don't charm her. She's too old. Connect. Well, say connections beyond Relay.
Diplomatic connections that reach far beyond the boundaries of Val Royeaux, perhaps?
I might make use of your ambassador. The Montiliers aren't what they were, but at least they're from proper stock. Arrange for me to be introduced to the court of Antiva. I hear winter is most pleasant by their sea. Very well, Inquisitor. Should you fulfill this bargain, I shall raise the Duparakets into lordship.
Okay. Well, that's what we needed to do. So we have to do another favor for them in order to get the Duparakets raised to nobility. Because regardless of the fact that that family used to be nobles, the modern people don't care. The lords and ladies of Orlais don't give a damn. Because raising anyone up into nobility, as she looks at it, it dilutes the overall, the wealthy and the powerful. They think bringing in people that are under them is a horrible, horrible thing. Because naturally they look down on everybody. Okay, so these are the 2 things that I need to do. So, Way of the Knight Enchanter. Wait a minute. Why does it say Wisp Essences 2 out of 3? When did I lose any Wisp Essences? I had everything. I guess it doesn't matter now because it said return to Commander Helene. But I don't know how I lost a Wisp Essence unless that was needed to make the Spirit Blade. I have no idea. It doesn't matter. So these are the 2 things I gotta do. Way of the Necromancer. I have to go to the Storm Coast to find 3 Nevaran skulls. And I need 1 more Bloodstone. Whoopity-doo. I can find one of them. I can also buy one if I need to. And then we need to go to the Exalted Plains. I need to find 1 more Venatori Tome. So, let's see. Perhaps we'll do this first. We'll find, we'll go to the Exalted Plains and we'll find that. That's for the first enchanter. That's not exactly what I was... that's a favor. I'm just trying to see if I can find... That's a shard. Who cares about that? Something to prove. That's not what we want. Scattered glyphs is not what we're looking for. That's not what we're looking for. Neither is that. Oh yeah. We need to take him with us for that. Okay, I'm not having any luck there. So the other one's Storm Coast. That's that fissure, which we're not going to deal with right now. Ah, Lord. I'm probably going to have to end up looking... Alright, you know what? That's not what I meant to do. Here it says, while a mage can only truly specialize in one style, studying others can still be of considerable benefit. But at this point, I don't know... What is that really going to get me? Screw it. I'm not going to bother with those two. Let's just go get the Knight Enchanter thing started. The hell with it. I know the whole thing was you get more experience and it could help, but anything new to say?
I serve, as has always been my calling.
Nope. Okay. So whatever. We're just gonna say yes. We're dedicating ourselves to this.
You have completed the order, learned something of my way. A small step. Now you must choose to commit to the role, to the burden of command. Are you willing?
Yes. Okay. All other specializations are cut off. Well, whatever. That's no big deal. We're going to choose to become a Knight Enchanter.
I am ready to listen and learn, Commander.
Then you are a recruit, no more. All will see your rightful place. Come, the battlefield awaits. Knight Enchanter.
Well, do you like how I kept my back to you that entire time? Wasn't that totally nice of me? Trust operation available. Okay, so she has nothing new to say. So basically, that should have just opened up the Knight Enchanter. Yep, there it is. And I have a point to spend. So we can now open up the Spirit Blade. You can create a blade of solid magic to make melee attacks against nearby enemies. Dealing damage with other abilities charges the blade. Attacking expends this charge to deal additional damage. Okay. I don't know why. So I was hitting the wrong button. That's why it wasn't working. Derp. Okay. What do I want to turn off? You know what we'll turn off? We'll turn off the Mind Blast because I never use that. Or, actually what we'll do is, we will put, that's not what I meant to do. Crap. I meant to put that here. What did I have there? Oh no! Now I can't remember. Shit. Okay, back out a moment. Okay, that wasn't anything. I wasn't using... Okay, that wasn't it. Okay, it wasn't one of these. That's what I accidentally... That I don't want to lose, because that actually immolate comes in handy. Okay. Mind Blast I can replace. Okay. The other Bolt of Fire, though, that does come in handy, so hold on. Yeah, this Flash Fire does help a lot, so we can map that to where Mind Blast is, and Mind Blast, I hardly ever use it, so at least the rest of these can come in handy. Although odds are I'm probably going to be staying away from using melee attacks too much, but it's the rest of the stuff that's on the Knight Enchanter. Bug flying around in my room right now, and he keeps tapping me in the head and flying away. There's not much I could do about it either, because I have my air conditioners in my room, and there's just like the smallest space between the side of the window and the little thing that slides open and blocks the open space, but it's just enough for bugs to get in here, and because it's nighttime and my light's on in my room, they like to come paying me a visit and bug the crap out of me. Bugs bugging me. Unintentional jokes. So what side of the table? It's probably on the side with Orlais. Right? Yeah, because that's where we finished. Oh, so 2 things finished. Okay. Very good. Actually, probably 3 things finished if I look on the other side. Oh, yeah, all 3 of them are done. Very good. Okay, 1 second. Something I forgot to do. Forgot to reset my stopwatch so I know how long I'm going. So I've been going for about 15 minutes, so that's fine. If we go for about an hour on my stopwatch, that means we went about an hour and 15, and that's all good. So, consequences of Blackwell's Lie. We have sent emissaries with formal apologies. We returned all that could be returned. We paid in kind for what could not. Leliana will store the Grey Warden treaties in the Skyhold archives in remembrance of mistakes made and lessons learned. Josephine. Okay, rewards received. Nothing, evidently. Fine, source from Darkspawn attacks. Stop it, controller. I need a new one. Inquisitor. Sister Leliana's advice was excellent. Her scouts located a mining operation Marquis Beaufort had started in secret, which must have freed the Darkspawn from beneath the earth. When discovered, the Marquis sent mercenaries to attack, but the Grey Wardens were well prepared and easily cut down all resistance. Marquis Beaufort has fled into the Gamordan Peaks. The Grey Wardens have taken losses, but their morale remains high, and their loyalty to the Inquisition is undisputed. Yours, Lieutenant Suzanne Klochsek. Well, if we get our hands on this Marquis, he's going to be held in judgment, because that guy basically tried to get us killed. So hopefully, when we decide to investigate that fissure, we either catch him there, or after that mission is completed, we find out where he is, and then we bring him to judgment, because you don't screw with the Inquisition and get away with it. So stop the rumors. A soldier cares not for a poet's pain. Just go and fall upon your sword, you prat. Meriden. Alright. That's all done. So there's no more story type missions over here. We have plenty here. Trust. Inquisitor. 1 month ago, members of the Venatori stole sensitive Chantry documents. Knight Enchanter Cassette led a small team of mages and mercenaries in pursuit. They successfully infiltrated the Venatori to retrieve the documents and gather further information on the enemy. A second team was to create a distraction, allowing Cassette's unit to escape. I have received an encrypted message from Cassette. The distraction never came. Cassette believes the Venatori killed the second team. Her cover remains intact, but she fears it won't last. She's reaching out to the Inquisition for assistance. While the Chantry's interests must remain hidden, she will trade her knowledge of the Venatori for safe passage. Knight Enchanter Cassette and her associates are former comrades of mine. We can trust her word, and I trust you will respect the secrecy of her mission. I've marked their location on the map. Commander Helene. Person whose name I cannot read because it is not in English. Says, what does the English language stream in my recommendations? Why is an English speaking stream in your recommendations? I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't know if that's Russian. But I don't speak Russian. I don't speak any other languages other than English, so I can't help you out too much there. Sorry. Yeah, I don't even know what BLYAT means. But, yeah, welcome to an English stream. Alright, so, anyway, the shortest one is Cullen. So we'll send Cullen after him. See, what else seems vital? Red Jenny's is always good for Sarah. Resources, 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 metals. Up. There, we're going after that one. Investigate ancient laboratory. Okay, so there's only trouble with Red Jenny's. Investigate the ancient laboratory and pursue the Marquis. Well, we're doing that. Inquisitor. With her treachery revealed, Marquis ep45 has fled into the mountains. Our initial efforts to pursue her have been hampered by both the terrain and the presence of demons in the area. While we have had difficulty making headway, the Grey Wardens have offered to assist. They seem to be the only force in the area capable of doing so. Regardless, I believe it is worth pursuing Marquis ep45 if we have the means to do so. Yours, Lieutenant Suzanne Kloschek. Yeah, we're going to try to catch her. Josephine, our concern is the Marquis, not the demons. My people can find a way to her. Well, get to her.
Inquisitor.
And investigate ancient laboratory. Doesn't seem as important as something for Sarah. Trouble of Red Jenny's. I will never understand how they function with the same name. A memo from Liliana, written on a letter from Sarah. Sometimes we trade off baddies. Some knob learns your tricks. Message another Red Jenny, and now you're twice as hard to catch. Looks like magic, except no demons. And no magic, I suppose. Anyway, the caravan we took over, there's 2 leads from that. There's 2 leads on that, from 2 other Jennies. Good ones, too. Sarah. Simple sketches of the other Red Jennies and their locations are scribbled below. Their mustaches seem improbable. Nevera for Johi and Tentervale for Charade. My bear wishes you a nice day. And we wish you a nice day as well. You and your bear. I wish I could read the name, but I can't. I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay, we can do one more mission, right? Or is that all 3 that are now on? No, I can do another. Investigate ancient laboratory. Nightingale. The last Venatori have left the ancient laboratory in the wake of the Inquisitor's attack. We can be sure that secrets have been left behind. Those of the Venatori, the ancient inventors, or both. We should not allow the desert to bury them. Fisher. Liliana says, we have agents capable of disarming whatever traps and tricks remain and bringing back valuables. Go for it. Alright, so now What pride had wrought. So that's another mission that we can get started. This is part of the story. So I suppose level 16 to 19. Well, that's us. The Inquisition is now a force to be reckoned with. Call its allies to rally their soldiers and march with Inquisitor Trevelyan's army to the Arbor Wilds, where they will face Corypheus' zealots one final time. The Inquisition must stop Corypheus before the Darkspawn Magister finds a long-lost elven artifact in the wilds that allows him to enter the Fade physically and claim its power. Yeah, but I don't know if we should do that if it's to face Corypheus' zealots one final time, if we still have other places to visit. Right? Maybe we don't want to jump into that just yet. Yeah, we still have to do with this, actually. Liberate Emprise du Leon. Oh, there we go. Alright, my dearest Josephine, the hills of Emprise du Leon are in peril. A maidservant recently returned from visiting an uncle in Sarnia. Blah. A maidservant recently returned from visiting an uncle in Sarnia spoke of gruff, helmeted men about the village's quarry, and the appearance of strange red crystals in the fields close by. I suspected red lyrium and sent men to investigate, but the bridges leading to the area had all been destroyed. The Red Templars' handiwork, I wager. If we do not act quickly, all of the Highlands may be lost. I wish I bore fairer tidings, my dear. My warmest regards to your family. I pray for the quelling of these winter winds of chaos, that we may meet again in springtime. Your truest friend and ally, Edouard Desjardins. Yep. Let's do this. Liberate Emprise du Leon. We broke through to Sarnia, and lead scout Harding is with the vanguard sent to establish an Inquisition camp. Her early reports indicate that the red lyrium is spreading. Colin. Okay, we'll accept it, and it's going to bring us right into story time, I believe. Now, would you like to gather your party and venture to Emprise du Leon now? Let's do it. Why not? We're going to take Sarah, because she's sticking her tongue out in her picture. I don't have a better reason than that. Take Dorian. And let's take... Where is he? Take Blackwall. So we only got a little action out of Blackwall earlier. Black screen. Most hated screen. We've seen these pictures. So the Emprise this is up in the Highlands area. So if we gather by the picture, it should be nice and snowy. Snowy and hilly. So once again, we'll see Scout Harding, and we'll flirt, because we do that every time we see her. And who knows, that might lead to something, it might not.
Inquisitor's what's left of the town. The lucky ones got out before the river froze over. The rest, penned in by Fade Rifts and Red Templars. We're the first friendly face they've seen in a long, long while.
Are you all right? You look a little cold.
Me? Well, it is a touch chilly. My toes are freezing. I'm sorry. You didn't need to note that.
How did an entire river freeze so quickly?
It got really cold, really quickly. Sarnia relies on its river for everything. Trade, food. They weren't expecting this.
Here I come to save the day. Again.
That's why we love you. The Red Templars have been mounting frequent attacks. They want Emprise du Leon. Bad. Let's get out there and take it back from them.
Let's? Well, maybe not all of us. Wait, what was back there? Oh, a sign. I remember this camp. Yeah, let me read this first. Marcher misconceptions. My dear Empress Celine, I agree. It is strange how some people view the free marches. On a map, they see its name emblazoned on the vales south of the Menancer River and assume it to be a nation just as Ferelden is. They imagine a single ruler, a single army, and a common culture, but nothing could be further from the truth. Our dour, serious folk in Tantervale are not at all like the wild revelers of Wycombe, who in turn are nothing like the self-important traders of Kirkwall. We are many nations squashed under one name on a map because the truth won't fit inside the borders. And my phone will not stop going off. Hold on, apparently I got a text. Oh, for the love of God. Okay, a lovely saying I heard once. We have a prince in Starkhaven, a margrave in Ansburg, a Terran in Ostwick, and a viscount in Kirkwall. Yet we accept no king in the free marches, at least not since Phyrus appointed himself king 7 centuries ago, which was immediately and unanimously opposed by our many great nations. We may only come together to face a common enemy, but when we do, we're a formidable ragtag bunch. Did you know that Grey Warden Garahel also united us during the Exalted Age? We marched together proudly to defeat the Darkspawn at Aisley, and immediately afterwards returned to our petty bickering. The most important thing to know about the free marches is that we're free. We determine our own destiny, and that pleases us. Beyond that, the only other time we coalesce is when Grand Tourney comes to town. Then we boldly express our pride to any foreigner who'll listen. We'll kiss freedom on the lips and even lock arms with a proud Starkhavener. Alas, it lasts only a day, but there's no harm in that, right? A letter written by Lord Chancellor Geoffrey Auric of Tantervale to Empress Celine the First, 929 Dragon.
Word for you.
Yeah, there's always word for me. Yes.
What is it?
Could prove useful, sir.
We need snowflower skin. Okay, there's nothing to pick up around here. Okay, give me 1 second, folks, because I gotta answer an email or a text message that's important regarding my son and his grades. Just give me 1 second. Well, some interesting things to deal with now. So give me another second as I look up something for my email. Apparently she already found it. Well, let me apologize in advance if you hear my phone going off in the background as I'm receiving text messages, because there's school stuff for my son that we were not being made aware of, and now I'm suddenly being forced to deal with some crap that I would not like to have handed to me at 3:30 in the morning. Things that the school neglected to send me. Like weeks ago. So that's never good. The reason why I always tell people do not send me things to my personal email, because I don't check my personal email very often, because I get absolutely flooded with junk mail. Yeah. Let me open this. Hold on a second. Alright, I gotta mute my mic because there's a voice message. Hold on a second, people. Sorry about this. Okay, well, whatever that was wasn't important. So now we skip further down. It's a frustrating part of being a parent. I'm telling you, people. I don't know how old everybody is that watches these streams, but when you're an adult and you got kids, you get all kinds of new stuff to deal with. Stuff that you wouldn't have thought about that you'd have to deal with, when you're younger. Such as, oh, well, one day, when your kids are in school, they might be goofing off and not getting their homework done, and then falling behind in their classes. So then you're going to have to deal with that. But you also expect the school to send you emails regarding that, or phone calls, and I have not been receiving any of this. So, something for y'all to know if you don't have kids and you plan on having kids, whenever they go to school, make sure that when you talk to the school that you get on their case about making sure that your email and your phone number is in their system, and that they contact you if there's any kind of issues with your kid. Because something that we've been having issues with my son's school is them not sending us messages like they're supposed to. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I didn't get a single email. Not one. Okay, so one is supposed to be from the 1st, the other is supposed to be from the 25th. Sorry, I'm talking out loud. I'm trying to find specific emails here. It says one was sent on the 1st and one was sent on the 15th, or the 25th. So, let's go back to May 1st in my email. The only reason I'm even talking while this is paused is so that there's at least some jibber jabber going on while you guys stare at a paused screen. Because I know that's not fun. So yeah. Here we go. May 1st, which is supposedly where his science teacher sent a message. And I am not finding anything. No, that's from my bank. And that's from some Liberty Mutual Insurance, which I don't have. Nope, no message there. Let's go back to the 25th and see what's going on the 25th. Nothing. I got nothing on either date. I'm quiet because I'm answering a text message, so sorry folks, I'll be back in the game in a moment. Okay, well, now that I am thoroughly angry and yeah, so apparently my son had all kinds of homework and stuff that he was supposed to be doing, and he hasn't been doing any of it. Okay, anyway, that's going to keep going off in the background, I'm sure. Let's get back into this. I apologize, but, things happen. Let's move. Let's get this going. So here is Sarnia, frozen solid Sarnia. Frozen solid bodies.
A grim sight.
Omega, hear my cry. Guide me through the blackest night. Steel my heart against the temptations of the wicked.
So her outside bitching and moaning about a ring. That was a ring that was right there. Common curses. So, lad, you're getting your sights straight in your first day's topside. So here's some advice. You're not just trading with kin. You're selling to all kinds of folk now, with different customs and tongues. As I've learned here, the most important part of any language is the cussing. It gets you trust. It gets you coin. Most elves you see in the city as servants. And a human looking for a fight might call one knife ear. If the elf returns with shem or quick, blood's about to spill. Those Dalish elves use flat ear to insult the ones who live with humans, like our unenlightened kin below calling us stone blind up here. Even the humans who pray to some woman they burned alive, and her god they call the Maker, say something when they knock their shins. It's a curse to say Andraste's something. Well, any body part really. Maker's breath. Might you get in with a swaggering fool, but the lady priests won't be pleased. Chantry folk also don't like mages. If you hear a mage called a spellbind, hide anything flammable. Then there are all those beautiful words that just mean sod it. When that loose cobblestone flips and the ankle cracks, an elf will cry, Venetis, while a human might, damn it. A Canary will mumble, Vashadin. I've even heard a couple Teventers yell, Kafar. If any of these get aimed at you, hopefully all that gets killed is a sale. Note from Hardall, a surface merchant dwarf, to an apprentice adjusting to life outside Orzammar. Oh my god. Damn. This is going to be the most screwy stream. Most unentertaining video from trying to play and receive texts and deal with all this crap at once. Hold on 1 second.
No, I dropped it. It's gone. Gone.
Alright. Enough. Can we not deal with this? Half this video has been me fucking dealing with this crap. Alright.
Oh, Creator, see me kneel. For
What am I supposed
walk
to-
only where you would bid me. Stand
What am I supposed to
only
do
in
with this ring?
places you have blessed.
Okay, I can speak with people right there, but what is this? That's a rift. Delirium. Take back the lion. Memories of the Grey. Lyrium. Mama's ring. Elderly woman left heirloom ring behind when she was forced out of her home by the Red Templars. Find Mama's ring. Alright, that's all the way down there. So that we don't need to deal with right this moment. First,
Sing only the
talk to
words
these
you
people.
place in my throat.
Come,
people
lad.
in here.
I have dried beans and radishes.
Mistress Poland's records. This long? No. Records show that Sarnia's granite quarry has been in financial trouble for at least a year. Anselm says the Duchess of Severin's household has canceled their order. The Duchess has decided instead to donate the gold set aside for her new fountain to the Empress's war effort, and Anselm won't send a boat to take the merchandise I prepared for him. He says if he can't sell it, it just takes up space in his warehouse. Maybe another trader will take it off my hands. It's some of the finest quality we pulled in recent years. No new orders. I can't get rid of the blocks meant for the Duchess. No one wants what we offer, not while the war rages. I've had to close the quarry. I can't pay the workers. Soon they'll leave for the cities. Sharnia will die. Bummer. Oh,
Ah,
and there's
the
the person I'm
Inquisition.
supposed to talk to.
That was generous of you.
I do what I can. I am partly to blame for all this. The Red Templars are here because, fool that I am, I sold them my family's quarry. They've taken every worker. We haven't seen them in weeks. And it's not enough. They keep coming, taking more people. And there's nothing I can do to stop them.
How could you have sold land to the Red Templars?
I didn't know. I swear by Andrastre's spire. They look like knights, chevaliers. Such pretty speeches. They said they would reopen the quarry, bring employment and trade back to Sanya. We'd been struggling since the war began. How could I refuse? It was good for a time. People went to work, they were paid. Then they stopped coming home. After that, the Red Templars stopped pretending.
What do you mean the Red Templars take workers?
People just disappear. First those who worked the quarry, then they took people from their homes. I don't know why. I just prayed they'd leave me and my family alone.
Stop turning around all the time. Should we try to close a rift first? Is that going to be kind of out of our? That's going to be out of our way. So we can head straight towards the red lyrium. Meantime, we can check out what else is here. Scribbled note, Rianne. I have a hankering for that Dalish cheese you stocked last year. What happened to it? It's not really Dalish, is it? I asked the last Dalish hunters who came to the village to trade, and they looked at me like I had grown a tree out of my head. Whatever it is, let me know if you get more. I would give anything for another taste. Denise. Dalish cheese, huh?
Oh, Michael, why have you allowed this to happen? My little brother of the war, and now my sweet little dead. Michael, why?
This is a very sad town. Not that you can blame them. I remember there's wolves all over the place out here, right? Then there's this guy.
Michel de Chauvin at your service, your worship. I saw the Inquisition's banners from afar. Never expected to see the Herald of Andraste himself.
Are you here to guard the people?
As much as I can, although this was not my original intention. I hunt a demon. This one calls itself Imshale, and has settled in Suladin Keep, up in the hills. Imshale is free because I made a mistake. I will see him destroyed. Now that the Inquisition is here, perhaps the Red Templars who guard the keep can be routed. All I need is one chance.
I need to know more about Imshale.
A desire demon, more cunning than anything I have encountered. And I have played the game. Imshale has roamed the land for some time. If anything, he will have grown in power. Why he is here in Emprise de Lyon, however, is anyone's guess. Perhaps he has gained the cooperation of the Red Templars, or vice versa.
What's in Suladin Keep?
Red Templars, so far as I can tell. Suladin is an elven fortress, left to crumble. The locals always avoided it, believing it the haunt of ancient elven spirits.
You know where the demon is. Why wait?
I am but one man. Suladin Keep is guarded by Red Templars. While I would happily give my life for this, I would not give it in vain.
You aren't a simple Orlesian soldier, are you?
No. I was once Empress Celine's champion, but I am now disgraced. The Empress wants nothing to do with me, and I cannot blame her. Despite all, I have a strong arm, a stout heart, and I still serve Ole.
You could serve the Inquisition. We have use for strong arms and stout hearts.
No, not until Imshale is defeated.
Well, we don't blame you. And quite honestly, if you're willing to become a member of the Inquisition after we kill a monster. Well, who's gonna blame me for that? There we got what we wanted. Okay. Yeah, I seem to remember this area having a lot of wolves. I think it was wolves.
No sign of trouble at the moment.
Maybe not wolves. Maybe it's
Mako turned his gaze off.
demons or something. But I remember, like, right up here with the red lyrium sticking out, that there's always something wandering around. And I always laughed to myself when I first played this game that I was like, this guy's right here, and he's under constant attack. Alright. Let's head towards the red lyrium. No sneaking in the back way, huh? No. Oh, I remember this place. This place is a good place. As I thought that we couldn't sneak in the back way, we did. Hello, jerks. Time to kill.
One less to worry about.
There you go. So, Pegasus, if you're still watching, there's your first look at using the spirit sword, whatever it's called. Yep, you're there. I was hoping that you were still watching, because it would have sucked if I used that for the first time and you weren't able to see it. Alright, so the next thing we want to aim at, well, we could go there, or let's kill a bunch of Red Templars. Advance onto the region's heart to learn why. Oh, gotta sneeze. Hold up. Okay. Barely muted my microphone in time for that. Yeah, this sword is pretty badass. I like it. Anything over here real quick? I know there's shards or something eventually on these. Because in every place we go, there's eventually shards sitting around them. Rashvine, I don't care about Rashvine. It's also why, yeah, definitely crazy. But somebody's chanting for Corypheus. What, you guys see me already? But as I was about to say, it's also why being a knight enchanter is like pretty much. Some people, I mean, everybody says everything in this game is overpowered, but I don't think it's so much that it's overpowered as much as this just gives you the opportunity that if you want to melee people, you can. So that jacked him up when he came at me from behind, and I was swinging the sword to hit him when he was coming up behind me. And it also says that evidently if I use my magic, that I power my sword up even more. Doing some pretty significant damage. Unfortunately, I died in the process, but let's just bring me back to life, shall we? because they're definitely. I gotta be careful about running in and using my sword. Yeah, things we learn. Well, the spirit sword thing is pretty awesome. Then we can do some serious damage. That's all well and good. We can also die very quickly. Because we're not wearing very tough armor. I'm wearing light armor. I'm not wearing anything that's really meant for hand-to-hand combat. Ooh, might be decent. Although right now the bow and arrow, or the bow that Sarah uses is pretty damn powerful. Doesn't really have to have another bow, unless we have something that we could build that's way better than what she's got, but that's gonna be a while. Red Templar Dispatch. Inquisition in the area. Strike fast. Do not let them through. Fournier. Well, too late, pal. Alright, set up camp. Boom. Very good. And now we'll head right over and... Man, look how quickly this place changed, right? Nothing. There's something up there I want to be aware of. Vegas says, any way to build up a better defense for your mage? Yeah, there's nothing up here. For one, I can go into my other... Like, I'll show you. Like, if I go into character record and I go through all of these other pathways, like as I get points to spend, for instance, okay, here in the spirit one, so that's another ability, but this isn't an ability. So if I unlock this, if I unlock this spell, I don't have to map it to my abilities to use it, but what I can do is then the next time I have a point, for instance, I can come over here and this will unlock 3 Constitution. So right there, that toughens me up a bit. So I can do that with any of these. Like, I haven't touched Winter, so, you know, again, like Fade Step and this, like, I wouldn't need it, but from there, it's when we go to, like, yeah, great, freeze duration and chill duration is increased, but magic to unlock. The second I unlock that, I get a bonus of 3 to my magic. This gives me 3 to my willpower. This gives me 3 more to my magic. So yeah, so as we can always work through. Although this is all willpower and magic in this, but I'm not stuck only using light armor. I'm using light armor because a lot of the light armor you can only use as a mage, but there's medium armors and stuff that can become available for your mage to use, and quite honestly, I can take even a light armor and I can modify it to be pretty strong. But in order to, like, for me to do the best armor, I need to unlock schematics. And I can get some really nice ones, but I need to unlock the schematics or buy them, and they cost a ton. And along with the schematics, I have to have the right leathers, the right armor, metal, so that when we add that to the formula of building the armor, that it's going to make it really powerful and have strong bonuses against whatever, if I want armor that's good against cold or whatever, but it all comes down to...
Took being this cold to notice that red lyrium gives off heat.
Red lyrium gives off heat. Oh, look, now we have enough bloodstone. Boom. Not that we need it now, because I'm not looking up that other path. But, so like, I can purchase a lot of the things that I need to have really strong armor, but again, all the materials are expensive as well. So the more the stronger the gear, the more expensive it's going to be, or the longer it's going to take to build it because we got to fight a whole bunch of guys to get the stuff. Pegasus says it's a lot more to this game than I realized. Yeah, this is a this is a traditional role-playing game in that sense. It's very deep. There's a lot to this. It's not just, oh, I went up a level and now I went up a level and now my guy's gotten stronger. It's, I have the direct ability to make my guy stronger in multiple ways. And that's the same thing with all of my characters, and not just my mage. Like, for instance, if I really wanted Blackwall to just be this brutal tank and everything about him is just attack, then I can just focus on building the most powerful armor that I possibly could, blah blah blah. Or like if I know that I'm gonna go to an area where a lot of the things we're fighting, they hit you with fire damage, then I can focus on building extra sets of armor which are specifically geared towards fire resistance, and then have everybody wear that stuff, including amulets and everything else, to resist fire. And that way you don't take as much damage when you're being hit by that. Which, especially when we're going to fight other dragons, that's definitely what I'm going to be doing. Pega says, I'm playing Dragon Age 2 now, since I can't play Inquisition, even though I have that also, but Inquisition has so much more to do. Yeah, I loved Dragon Age 2. The game is awesome, but there's definitely a lot more to do in Dragon Age Inquisition. There's a ton more out of this. Danish Wolf Carbon. The area around Sarnia has always displayed a blend of the old and new, Elven and Orlesian. I take pride in this. And Priest du Leon is part of the Dales, and our history is nothing to be... One of the few remaining are statues of wolves, one along Alphonse's Passage, another in a ruin near the Elfsblood River. Dalish clans passing through often honor these statues with offerings of flowers. I see no harm in that. Signed, Mayor of Sarnia. Interesting name, pal. But as I was saying, yeah, I mean, all the Dragon Age games are great, I think. A lot of people think that 2 might be the best game. I don't know if I agree with that. Maybe in terms of, I mean, some people are like, oh, there's more characters, and because there's more characters, there's more story to tell. But I don't know. I think there's some truth. In that, but I don't think more characters necessarily means better game. I just sent this in a circle, but that's fine because we're collecting some stuff. Is that whispering? Alright, we're fine. So I don't need to go back to camp. No reason to go back to camp. Okay, we're running around in a circle right now. So this is Primeval Red Lyrium. Okay, so we'll loop around to that. And since we're going to be looping around, we're going to be taking out another batch of Templars. Let me check my stopwatch. See, for long, 52. Okay, well, I'm glad I started 15 minutes later than I expected, because after all the nonsense I had to deal with my kids' school and stuff. It's frustrating.
I can't believe you're scared of magic, Sarah. It's a gift as mundane to me as your bow to you. Surely you see there's nothing to fear in a properly used tool.
Tell that to all the proper mages waving their tools in people's faces.
There's an image.
What about Carithimus? How many proper tools does he have under him?
That's not... I don't think I can continue.
Right, well, I don't care how gifted you are. Don't cram it where it's not wanted.
Blackwall just laughs at everybody. Yeah, the other big advantage with Inquisition... Hey, jerks, what's up? In comparison to the older Dragon Age games, is this is more open world, where the older Dragon Age games, they tended to be much more... Oh yeah, I take massive damage. I gotta have better before I fight guys on foot, hand to hand. I mean, how did you cut through my barrier? He did direct damage to me, right through my barrier. That sucks. But anyway, I was gonna say this is more open world. And in the other games, the older Dragon Age games, it was more you were set on a path and you just had to follow the path. You know, there's a lot of things you can explore, a lot of areas you can go to, but it was, you know, you can't climb over that hill and go explore on the other side. It was no, you can only walk down this specific little railway, basically. You know, you're kind of limited.
Well, try not to touch it or anything.
What have we here? That sucked for them. Do not touch my pyramid. Okay, we won't touch your pyramid. Alright, slasher, we don't need that. It might be helpful. Well, it doesn't matter for us, but apparently they touched the pyramid, and this guy, I think he had the, or is that his bottom half? Never mind. I was gonna say, if that guy was hanging with his head out of that, that meant that he took the longest to die, which would have been awful. What's funny is in the tabletop RPG game that I run, I had a similar trap to what we just saw there. That was, it wasn't a pyramid, obviously, but I had one of the people in the party that were exploring, they were able to decipher certain languages, and I had a plaque that had a riddle over top a box, and without going through all the detail to to what was said on the plaque, it basically warned them not to open the box because there's no treasure inside. But the way that it was written, it made it sound like if you want treasure, you have to open the box. Although, and it was like, just the wording was weird and cryptic. And if they had stopped and really read it, they would have understood it saying, if you want the treasure, yeah, it's like you have to open the box, and this is not the box. That was the whole point. It was like, yeah, you open the box for treasure, but you have the wrong box. So of course what happens, they open up the box that warned them, and as soon as they opened it up, the thing transported anyone who failed a roll. It transported them instantly 400 feet in the air, and then they just dropped. And they were bright enough that one of the people who failed the roll was a mage. They were a magician, so they were able to cast, what was it? It wasn't teleport, but it might have been levitate, something like that. So they were able to save themselves. One of the other people fell 400 feet, and yeah, they died. But their character was able to be resurrected, but they died. Pocket diary. I'm going to ask Andrine to marry me. I've got it all planned. I'll take her to the ridge overlooking the valley, and we'll open the bottle of wine Father left for me. I think it's time. I know she's been waiting for a while. I wanted it to be perfect. but nothing's ever perfect. There will always be a war somewhere. There will always be sadness and wondering where our next meal will come from, but we'll have each other. Yeah, but unfortunately, you have each other and you're both dead. So that didn't work out. Sorry, people. Pega says, damn, that's rough. Yeah, well, sometimes you gotta have some pretty steep consequences to teach people a lesson. You know. And I'm also not running a game with like a bunch of like 13-year-olds or young teenagers who've never played a game before. And I'm not knocking people for being 13 or being teenagers. I'm just saying they weren't new to gaming and they weren't young, so they were definitely older people in their 30s who should have known better. Anytime you see, just like in a video game, if you're playing Dark Souls or something, you're walking through and you see a treasure chest sitting out in the middle of an open room, well, you kind of assume that's a trap. It kind of goes the same way with the games that I'm running, is you don't just assume that things are safe. Man, dude, they are doing crazy amount of damage to me. Holy crap. Okay, so they might just be really, really strong, or just I'm really weak compared to them. Or something's not right, because yeah, I'm taking a crazy amount of damage. Is that everybody? Nope, look at that happy big guy in the background. Let me check something really quick. Let me look at my inventory. Am I wearing armor? Okay, I have it equipped. Yeah, I have my armor. It's equipped and all that. So yeah, so if you look at this, since we were talking about building our guy up more. So the general armor rating of this armor is 163, and it had whatever its own little bonuses were, but at the bottom you'll see with the two dots next to it says Stormwalker Freezing Apprentice Arms and Vigorous Absorbing Apprentice Legs. Those I added to the armor because you have little upgrades that you can put on your different sets of armor. Like Sarah's armor doesn't have any slots for that. Dorian's does. He's got Enchanter male arms and legs, and Blackwall has Superior Vanguard male arms. Those are what give you these bonuses for like plus 7 magic defense, plus 45 maximum health, blah 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 blah. So you can build the upgrades as well as build the armor, and really, set yourself up for being able to handle whatever's coming your way. But oh, this guy is he's not going to be fun. Boom. Oh, he's immune. Excellent. I sort of stay back from that guy and hit him from the distance, because otherwise he's going to kick my ass. Dead already? It's dead. It's dead because Blackwall is powerful, and I know he can go up there and beat this thing down. Yeah, just die already. Quit your complaining and die. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to want to stick around this particular area, because these guys they're shredding me, and I'm going to blast through potions really, really fast, and it's really not good. There's a thing, Lyrium to destroy that. So even though this quest is completed, still have the option to keep wrecking all this red lyrium, which is fine. Something I'm definitely going to keep doing. And what do we have over there? A camp that we can claim? Maybe. Okay, hold on. First of all, let's go somewhere where all of our party is going to come down and join us. Oh crap. Die before you get close to me, pal. Alright, before we deal with our buddies at camp, we're gonna keep taking. And see, and that's also a big point of collecting all this stuff. Why I keep grabbing bloodstone and silverite and all, you know, all the other things, is, especially with the silverite and the other stones. Like, a lot of them are used. I can't grab it. How ridiculous is that? Can't grab that one either. Lame. But a lot of these stones and stuff are used in building your armor and weapons, but particularly armor. I fell into a weird spot. Uh-oh. I can't get out. Time to warp our way out. Switching characters, and then we magically have made it out. Okay. Let's go wipe out this camp. Hopefully claim it for ourselves. Knocking people over is always good. Especially the guys with the big shields, because they reflect a lot of the stuff I throw at them. Alright. And then we make this camp ours. Which hopefully also means we clean up all this red lyrium that's sitting around. Red Templar Dispatch. How has the Inquisition managed to gain ground? Send the behemoth. Fournier. Loot this first. Yeah, I'll just end up selling that. So let's set up camp. Very good.
Inquisitor.
Hello. Unfortunately, I don't think I can fill any requisitions. Climb. I was not going to climb yet. Question mark. Oh, that's right. There is a path that leads down and under where we're standing right now, and there's a door down below us. I'm pretty sure there's a fade rift like right around the corner. But first, let's take this landmark.
Nothing to report, sir.
Here.
Of course.
Landmark. No. Landmark. Hello. No. Where the hell is it?
You know,
I
I've
believe
never
the
met an
landmark is
elf
down
quite
below
like
us as
you.
well.
I don't doubt it. They're all slaves where you're from.
Not all of them, but yes, you have a point.
You ever talked to one who wasn't?
No. but I'm glad I have now.
People are people. Who knew?
Wow, Dorian, you're actually starting to get along with Sarah? It's a miracle in itself. Yeah, like I said, I knew there was a favorite right around here. We may beat a hasty retreat too, because they may be more than we can handle. And if that's the case, then I'm not going to come back to this area for a bit, but we'll see. First, let's barrier ourselves. And then those damn witch things. Ouch. I like that the tree was apparently hit. Where is it? Well, that should stun the thing that they're attacking right now. Oh, of course. Oh, it was exactly what I didn't want to see.
Falling back!
That one up there, it keeps having that steady stream of, like, what looks like an ice blast. If you haven't heard me bellyache about it before, those are the worst ones, in my opinion, that come out of these fade rifts. It may not be like the most powerful in terms of hitting you once and doing damage, but they don't need to. Okay, well, she's distracted. I was gonna make the assumption that they're female, but I don't know. Is that it? Is it dead? Nope, it's still alive. Now it's dead. Nope, still alive. Nope, it's dead. Ends up being a much bigger fight than it should be. That might be helpful for Solus, that ring. What is this sending me towards? Take back the lion, wipe out the Red Templars at the Tower of Bone. So I'm thinking that must be it for that particular Miss Mama's ring. We can do that. So what we're gonna do is we'll do this little circle and then we'll return to the camp, and then I'll end the stream, because now we are at an hour and 12 plus the 15, so we're at 90 minutes now. So I don't want to go on much longer than this. Oh, Sarah, just take health. You know what? May as well collect this because you never know if we're going to need rash vine for something. Fine, we'll go around the long way. See you bad guys over there. Alright, let's go get them. Seems I can see which way I'm supposed to go. You need to not go at me. Wow! Oh, I didn't... No, that was Blackwall hitting him with a chain and yanking him back. I thought for a split second that I hit him so hard with my spirit sword that I knocked him sailing backwards. That would have been hilarious. Okay, so the quarry is that one. Oh, damn it. Another one of them trios of fun. Snap. We don't like you guys. Oh, it broke my shield. That's what that shatter sound was. Lame. Yeah, stinking thing wrecked my barrier. Don't have anything. Yeah. What do we get out of this? Gold and lyrium. And lyrium. The intense red lyrium comes in handy, again, when you're building weaponry and stuff, because I can use that for weapons, and it can... You can build a rune and add a rune to a weapon, and that rune... Which, unfortunately, most upgrades that you put on something like, let's say I put on a different hilt to a sword, or different armor, different parts to, you know, like a different, but runes, once you have a rune on a weapon, or, yeah, just on a weapon, you can't just take it off and use it somewhere else. You have to replace it with something, and that's it. Oh, boy. Hey everybody. Guess who we see? Twinkle Toes. There, Blackwall, wreck him. Now, that was bad. That wrecked my shield right away. Oh, he's dead. Okay. We'll take all of that. And now we have, oh, we have a new camp. Very good. Set up bunches of new camps. Actually, can we fill any of these requisition orders? No, we cannot. Alright, not a huge deal. Now, the new question is, can we stake the landmark? There we go. Tower of Bone. The Tower of Bone is so named for the hundreds of human bones discovered in a hidden chamber beneath the flagstones. The bones were cremated in accordance with Chantry law, and the chamber cleansed and sealed. Local tales of the tower and its grisly contents abound. Some believe Teventers built the structure, reinforcing its foundations with blood magic. In other tales, elves built the tower. My favorite is particularly imaginative. In this story, a blood mage summoned a greater pride demon who then possessed the entire tower. When the mage died, his sons were unable to control the demon, so they commissioned 8 monstrous iron chains intended to hold it. The touch of the cold iron chain is the only thing holding the stone abomination in place. Should they break, the tower will pull itself off its foundations and walk, destroying everything in its path. from the Highlands of Orlais by Lord Adamar Gard-Haught, Royal Historian. I don't know, man. Sounds like a pretty crazy story to me. Well, I guess we're not going to climb the ladder. We're just going to jump. And is it Orlicum Blum Blum? Yeah, there it is. Time to locate some shards. 6 of them. 1. Yeah, God forbid there's any more in camp. This is actually letting me turn all the way around. That's pretty crazy. Two. Come on, there we go. Yeah, of course there's one up there. One more. Where's the other one?
Word of what happened in Redcliffe had better not spread.
Oh? Why not?
You think mages will be better off if people know they can change the future?
Ignoring that that's not the case, I suspect people will use any excuse to hate us.
Then you should not give them more.
Did everyone act like this when the sword was invented? Oh, my blushing butt cheeks. Round up everyone who can use these pointy things and lock them away.
It is not the same thing, and you know it.
Okay. Those are all shards. We don't need to worry about those. Let's find that. And then we'll turn around and loop around up that way. What's that? Yeah, that will be the next. That'll be on the next video because I can't do that now. Wait, what did I run right past? Nope, there's a shard up top the tower. I think. Now the funny thing about this is, so these are supposed to be like ancient shards and whatnot. So how did an ancient shard end up on a tower that I just built? It makes very little sense. Right. Bang. Judicale's Crossing. The grand bridge named Judicale's Crossing was constructed in 856 Blessed to celebrate the coronation of Emperor Judicale I as a testament to the skill of Orlais' greatest engineers. The bridge replaced an ancient fallen highway leading to the pools of the sun. The Emperor's... I missed a whole line. At the bridge's ceremonial dedication, the Emperor's sister, Grand Duchess Leontine, led a dozen nobles and their entourages in a stroll across the bridge on to the hot springs, where they took the waters. Judicale's Crossing's structural supports bear architectural architectural and decorative elements that mimic those of the ancient Teventer highway it replaced. One can see their light several miles away in the archways rising above the village of Sarnia. The Andrastian statues that decorate the walkway, however, are entirely Orlesian in style. From the Highlands of Orlais by Lord Adamir Gard-Haut, Royal Historian. Alright, and then we are heading... Well, ultimately we're heading over there. So that's some more shards, right? Rocky Rescue. Oh crap. Wait a minute. Search the quarry. Oh man. Okay. That's actually kind of more important. And that bridge we don't need to worry about yet anyway. Man, I remember this camp very well. I remember this because you end up crossing these bridges a million times. Okay, what have we here? Random shard. Oh, question mark. Why is there a question mark? What is it?
We'll need to look around.
Yeah, whatever it is inside there. And here's the quarry. Time to fight. That's not who I was trying to hit. I'm trying to hit the guys up top. Thank you. Yeah, that's called the chromatic sword. Yeah, the chromatic greatsword. It's it does a lot of damage. 264 is better than anything anybody else has right now. So yeah, it's pretty sick. Oh, there's loot over there. Might as well get what little dropped. And what have we here?
You have to help us. They'll turn us into those things.
So that's what's been happening, is they've been turning people into monsters. Why does it require a road? I mean, whatever. Sarah can do it. I just don't understand why, without a marker there, why it requires a road. Maybe it did and I didn't notice.
The Red Templar lieutenants are in the quarry. This won't stop until they're dead.
Okay, well, apparently, cutscene or not. It's like, okay, so it went black for a moment to let them out, and they all disappeared. And now there's a wolf running around, and now I can't see. All right, so okay, so this is where all the villagers are. That's something that we can deal with next time. We're going to head back, but we'll make our way back here. We'll free all the villagers another time. What are we all worked up about? Are we about to get jumped by those wolves again? Bottles of Thetis, Legacy White Sheer. Peculiar and rare, a single run of this spirit took color and what has been optimistically been called flavor from lyrium in the cask's bilge hoop. A sipping whiskey if you value your innards. Circa 790 TE. Well, alright. Work orders. The boys at Suladin need several barrels for those things they're working on. Also, prepare a batch for the Storm Coast. Fournier. Not cool, man. Is this the one where I go up the stairs and I can't go any further? It goes up to a certain point that you get stopped, or can I go up all the way? Nope, I can go up all the way. Battle Mage Lightning Staff. Big deal. It's not as good as the stuff I already have, so it's kind of useless to me. I don't know what the locked door symbol is all about, because we clearly had no problem getting in here. Alright, so now we can kind of go back the way we came. Those wolves can keep to themselves. They know what's good for them. Nope, they don't know what's good for them. Or maybe they do. I just don't want to get caught up in a fight with wolves. Not that they're particularly dangerous, but it's just... it's an extra drawn-out battle that we don't really need to have. So apparently I walked right past the place where you can return the ring, or I just didn't go up the right pathway for it. I'm not sure what I did. There's a shard. Collect the shard. There's gotta be way over there. Come on. Come on. There's gonna be way over there. It's gonna require us to go across the bridge. Isn't it? Of course it is. Because like I was saying before, if there's anything I remember about this particular camp, is you cross a lot of bridges. Ah, damn it. Alright. Come on, everybody. Here we go fighting again. Need that. Oh, I didn't see that guy. And I also didn't realize that I was almost dead. Okay, what's the exclamation mark all about? Fisherman's letter. Hey, Wormface. You know our usual spot under Judy's Crossing? I was there fishing 2 nights ago when the entire thing came down. A thunderous noise like you never heard. Maker must have been watching my sorry behind. I don't know how I got out of there alive. It was those damn Templars. I told you there was something shifty-like about them. Anyway, I was picking myself up when I saw something glittering in the rubble on the shore. I would have gone and looked, but those Templars were poking around what was left of the bridge, and I didn't want them to see me. I'm thinking there might have been some sort of treasure hidden in the bridge. I'll need you on lookout while I dig. Come by when you've a mind to, and we'll head over. Hook nose. All right then. Quite the names for ourselves, don't we? Okay, something in the rubble pile. Whoop, that knocked me backwards.
Pretty, but frigid. Reminds me of someone I used to know.
Where is it? What? Where? What? It's open. It's further over. Return the ring to its rightful owner. Okay, so we put the ring in there. Snow-covered diary. An excerpt from Adeline's diary. A messenger came today. He said Gerard was killed. He tried to explain to Remy how it happened, but Remy wasn't listening. I had to tell him to leave. I tried to explain to Remy what it all meant, but I don't think he heard me either. He just shivered and asked me to put more wood on the fire. I don't think he understands. Maybe he just doesn't want to. I hate this war. Yeah, war sucks. War definitely sucks. And war never changes, as we've also learned. Letters home. Dell, this is Aldrich, like I told you it would be. I always knew when it's him. I always know when it's him. I get that prickle at the back of my neck. Maker knows how it happens, it just does. He should have trusted me. I knew he wouldn't let me go. I'm gonna lay a false trail, get him away, then double back to come at him from behind. Then I'm gonna end him. I hope I'll have the opportunity to send this. Maybe I'll find a messenger in Sarnia. I just like writing to you, talking to you. It makes me feel like you're close, like Father's close. He taught us everything he knew about hunting, which gives me the courage I'll need to do what I have to do. Love always, Diane. Okay, something happened, but we don't know what. Alright, and then landmark. Let's try to find that, and then we'll be all set with what I was hoping to complete. Let's not die. Alright, very good. Wait a minute. No, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. Yeah, but it's not. That's the one that's underneath us, isn't it? Because there's nothing here. I already did this. Alright, damn it. Let me see if I can locate the way down and under real quick. Wasn't this? No, it was further down. That's not it either. Damn it. There's a way under there. I just cannot remember. I can't remember what it was. But there's a cavern that goes underneath all of this. Ah, well, I can't find it. Don't know where it is. Doesn't matter. But we can't. Alright. Well, that'll do it for this stream. Gone longer. Going on 2 hours. Which is not what I wanted to do. But I thought it was only fair to keep going for a while since the whole beginning of this video was screwed up because of nonsense. So, anyway, everybody who's been watching, thanks for joining me. And I don't know if I'll be on to do this tomorrow or if I'll be on here doing Marvel Heroes Omega. I think I may be doing that tomorrow. And then probably for sure Tuesday I'll be back on with Dragon Age. Mondays and Thursdays are more likely to be Marvel or GTA, but usually Marvel right now since that's the newer game. So unless I end up doing an extra episode of this tomorrow, then I will see everyone on Tuesday, or whenever, whoever's watching this series, whenever you get around to it, it'll be available to you already. So I'm speaking to the future right now. Ooh. Anyway, alright. Thanks for joining me. I hope you all enjoyed the video and all the stuff that went down in here. And until the next one, peace.